Okay, real quick, here's a review of the trades I ended up taking for this week. The inside day from Friday did play out very nicely. Caught some people on the wrong side of the trade. Bears got crushed and had to close out the positions, is all that simply happens when you have an inside day. As I've gone over in a couple of my videos, inside day is just simply a signal of indecision, and it's a potential trap play. One side of the trade is going to be trapped, and their stop is going to be on one side of the candle. And once that triggers, it usually leads to a move in that direction. The candle in this instance was Friday, August 25th. We had an inside indecision candle right here, just above the 8 EMA. A couple of things that do provide a bullish stance, from my opinion, anyways. I was looking for a break above this 160.83 for a potential breakout play. On Monday over here, you can see we did get that on a decent amount of volume here based on the 30-minute candle. Did take some 162.5 calls here. I actually took a couple of positions this day, but this was the only one that I was really planning on. Threw an extra one out there just to ride it up as far as I could. But anyways, the 162.5 got in at 68 and trailed me out for a little over almost a 50% gain. Not huge. I was hoping for 100%. It didn't happen. As you can see, my target was up here around 162.5. Did get there the next day. Speaking of the next day, this gap down, I saw a good amount of volume here coming in on the open. If I go ahead and extend this little bit of a trend line break out to the side, this is basically the level I was watching. I wanted to see a strong move above, which I got. I got in a great fill right here, 153. Now, these options actually did trade quite a bit lower than that on the open, but it would have been pure luck to get any lower than this anyways. Got in for a good price here, 153. My target was 100%. Got up 306, closed out on, I believe, the top of this candle. So overall, nice trade there. I did leave quite a bit on the table as it did go up to around 3.5 here towards the end of the day. No other trades throughout the end of the week here. Price action has now broken above 164, and for all of you making fun of me for calling a 164 price target a while ago, in your face. Now, it did dip down quite a bit, and I was bearish in here once it was below my significant moving averages. That's just per my strategy, and I have to stick with what has worked for me, and I will continue to do so. Now that we're back above 160 and hitting into 165, low volume day here on Friday. Potential topping type of candle, but with low volume, doesn't really confirm that there is a significant amount of sellers here. But price action does come down faster than it goes up, so it doesn't necessarily need as much pressure to come down as it does to go up, and I will be looking for a pullback. Nothing's really showing me a potential breakout or continuation trade to the upside on the open, so what I'm going to be looking for here is a pullback into support around 162.5, 162.60 area. It was a previous level of support right over here. It also coincides with about where the 8 EMA may open up on Tuesday. It is a long weekend. Usually into a long weekend, you get quite a bit more volume and a sell-off on bullish names because people don't want to take risk over the weekend. So based on that, the low volume, the red candle is probably, in my opinion, not going to have too much downside coming into the next week, but that could be wrong. I mean, you've had a couple of significant sell-off days here, good volume there, good volume on this day as well. So it could ultimately roll over. But as long as it's above my significant moving average, 8, 21, 50, 200, I am going to stay bullish. There's going to be a second level I'm watching way down here around the 21 EMA. At the moment, it's around 159.5, probably open up around 160 area, which will also coincide with this kind of diamond top level I have drawn over here. Just a little drawing I put on the chart there to kind of organize price and give me an idea of what to look for going forward. If I do extend this out a little bit further, this is basically that same line, and we'll see where it ends up if it holds true. I don't like to use older drawings too much, but when patterns do break, they like to retest a couple of times. So if it does come back down there, I would not be too surprised, but I will also have a potential, a support entry down here. Go ahead and move these notes down there as well. And that would be my trade plan going forward here. And just a quick note back to the inside days. In the simplest way of explaining it, it's just a matter of indecision. After what looks like a severely biased day, whether it's up or down, and you have all the price action inside of that day, somebody's stops are going to get triggered, either above or below. You know, sometimes it leads to another even narrower range day, which leads leads to even more players being trapped in the trade. So when those do break, and they do occur fairly frequently, at least in Aapl they have been occurring fairly frequently lately, just keep in mind the overall trend is up at the moment, still above significant moving averages, and it seems like there's still a significant amount of buyers at highs. So we'll see what happens going forward. This will be my trade plan. Good luck.